Good morning, my viewer. Welcome to Romy TV Africa. This is Thursday newspaper briefing. With me, your host Regina Mwangi, and today my amazing co-host is not around with me, but he has been replaced with this gentleman here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. My name is Dr.Robert. Stay tuned to the end. They always say the end is sweet at the beginning.
True.
So, can you watch or stay tuned to the end and see the sweetness in it? Welcome.
Okay, now to our top headlines. We have new cabinet to be sworn in today. Already they were approved, all of them. I didn't see anyone who was rejected. So President William Ruto has officially appointed his 24 cabinet secretaries just hours after the National Assembly approved them. In a Gazette notice, the head of state says the 24-member cabinet will assume office today, Thursday, October 27th. This will be after they are sworn in at State House. Now, we have seen the president formally appointed the 24 cabinet secretaries, and now after the vetting process have gone through, all of them have been approved by the House, by the member of Parliament, by the House itself. We saw they were trying to reject Penina Malonza, but a bit of analysis was made, and then now she was later approved, even after the rejection. I'm wondering why people like Minturi Lintiki and Aisha Jumwa and other corrupt and crafty leaders, they were not rejected. I've seen them now, they are approved and they are going to be sworn in today, so officially they are going to resume office today.
What I think, to me, the rejection of Penina Malonza is just a mind game that was played to the public, because I don't see any need as to why you can reject someone who is clean and leave the rest who have cases to answer. So the likes of like you said, Aisha Juma, Mithika Linturi, they are corrupt and they are not clean. And Penina Malonza is clean. So they wanted to cover, like the team that was vetting them was trying to cover themselves in a manner that they had to reject her, such that nobody will question them. And why did you reject anyone? Or why did you approve everyone? So it's a mind game, it's a movie. I think should be scripted and acted. Okay, they have already acted. So it should be scripted. And go viral.
You have heard from the guru himself. He has said it is a mind game and it should be scripted because they have already acted, right? I like the way you phrased it. But now we are seeing now the former CSs, the former guys who are in office are going now to give a handover today. And now those who are resuming office, they have resigned, like Aden Duale, former Garissa MP. He has resigned. We have seen Kipchumba Murkomen, who was still arguing if he should exit the Senate because Senate has been like his home for all those years. But we saw him now resign because now he's officially at another office and you cannot multitask. So how is the feeling of these people who are handing over the likes of Mutahi Kagwe, Fred Matiang'i, this guy of education, we loved him. I don't know why he has been replaced, but I used to really love that guy. I think he's among the former now CSs who are supposed to be retained.
That's your opinion. And everyone equally has his or her own opinion.
True.
If, for example, you ask me, I have a different opinion from yours, but I've not said I have a different opinion on that one. That one stands. But you've asked about the ones who are signing or who are going out today. Equally, we are human beings. And for instance, if you are the one quitting the office or resigning, you won't feel that, of course. That's a sad ending. So we expect them stay strong. Yeah, because it's not that easy.
You know, when you're saying stay strong, you know, it is like it's a hard season.
Yeah. It's a sad ending. They started well, you know, like it's like they have been forced to quit or to resign because or to go out, to move out.
But the time have come to an end. Other people have to also now get into the office and do the job also as well.
Fine, but even if their time has come to an end, you always don't feel like, you know, they are used to that position.
True.
So that's something that is in their blood, like their daily routine. So, like I said, and I repeat, it is a sad ending.
True.
And I feel sorry for them. But that's how it should be. They have to quit.
Okay, for me it's not really a sad ending. I think for me it's now time to give other people to do the job. But again, the people who are coming in to do the job, I'm not still satisfied with some people there. Some people, I just feel if I was in that position and I had the power to really evacuate them and get them away from the CS and now chair, I would eliminate them.
Wow.
Starting with me, Mithuri Lintiki, Mitika, that guy. Starting with him, going to Aisha Jumwa, and all other guys who have cases behind them. I would definitely eliminate them because there are people who are not suitable for those seats. But I pray that now, because they're in those positions and we cannot change that fact, now I think they should just earn the trust of people, because people are not entrusting them. And I'm sure maybe there is something that has been done so that even the House and the Parliament can approve them. I think there is some thing that has been done underwater which we cannot understand and explain so that they can be approved. Because these are people who are not supposed to be approved. Following the rule of law and the constitution, there are people who are not supposed to be in those positions.
But if I may ask again on the same note, why could you reject Aisha Juma, for instance?
She has a corruption case of embezzlement of funds, the 20 million case. Yeah, she's a thief. She's a con woman.
And then, what if someone argues like Aisha Juma can be a role model to some? Not all, of course.
Okay, politically she's a politician, but she's not an administrator. She's not a leader, but she's a politician. So, like yesterday, one of my colleague was saying yesterday that any hooligan can be a politician. You can be a politician if you decide.
But I'm not an hooligan.
You know, being a politician is not a career.
Yeah.
It's not. It's something. Even now, even my director can be a politician. Yeah.
Okay. And there is this thing. There is this issue of creating a position, the position.
They also approved him actually.
Yeah,
He was
what's
the
your
first one
take?
to be approved.
I feel like they have added another burden
Yeah,
to the taxpayers because
this money is going to go to this person and he was not even in the list.
yeah.
You see, when you prepare a meal for 5 people and then now the sixth comes and adds himself into that particular meal, then it means you're not going to be satisfied.
Or you
Because you're going to take a share from each one of the 5 so that the sixth can get. So I feel that's the case with Musalia Mudavadi, because I don't think there is anywhere Kenya has a prime minister. Formerly we had Raila Odinga and that constitution was overthrown. And in the new constitution, I've not seen where there is supposed to be a prime minister. And if you check the roles of the prime minister, they are equally the roles of the president, the deputy president.
Sure.
I think they're going to collide at some point because the roles are equally the same. So I'm wondering what Musalia Mudavadi is basically doing in that position.
I think the government is trying to fulfill their promises to them because they were promised these seats, and we can sit there with the number.
But these are people who are coming with big spoons to just, take the bigger share for people.
I remember they already have, not that they are languishing in poverty. These are
prominent people. Somebody like Musalia Mudavadi said his net worth is 4 billion. Surely, and now you're still now in that position of a prime minister. Why couldn't you guys look for me and make me the prime minister? At least for me also, I can be net worth, those millions. Anyway, now to some other amazing headlines. Thank you for your sentiments. Car in Ashad Sharif saga was stolen by man's son. Now, I understand this man's son was Mr. Kamau, if you have read the story.
Yeah.
Now, this Mr. Kamau, the son was driving. And then now the son was accused of, unlawfully driving. And then later on, now the man comes and withdraws the case. It's a bit complicated story. The man who had reported the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter holding van withdrew a court case against his son. The son had been charged with unlawful driving after it was discovered that he was driving away the vehicle behind the father's back. The National Police claimed the shooting of the journalist occurred after police officers mistook the stolen registration number KDF 700F to KDG 200M. The Land Cruiser Sharif was in. So,
like I said, in Kenya we like acting. Yeah.
We like drama.
We like a drama. I think okay, anyway. This is another case that was, that is full of drama.
Yeah.
Because how can you misidentify the KDJ 700F Mercedes-Benz with KDG 200M Toyota Land Cruiser? Like, what is the connection? You could have told us something like KDJ 200 or KDJ 100 FF. We could understand.
Yeah.
But now, look even the numbers.
They're not even similar. They're so different. So I'm wondering which mistaken identity this was.
Yeah.
And again, I said, and I will say it again, this story, every day we are receiving different reports. Every day we are getting different analysis, different investigations from the police. So I'm wondering which story we're gonna take and believe it's the actual story, because it's continuing to be a mystery, and I think it can even take forever to solve this case. Ashad Sharif is already dead. And the issue that is going on with him, people now are in a confused position. Well, this man is lying somewhere and he's supposed to be buried. So I'm wondering what is even the point? Because there's some things that are going on here which we do not understand. They don't want to come in the limelight and tell us the exact story. Because every day we have different stories, surely. Does that mean that our security and our forces that do these investigations, our DCIs, does it mean that they are not professionally qualified for this job?
You see, that brings me back to the pride of the press, like the challenges the journalists are going through. Like this case of Sharif is one of the challenges that the journalists are facing. And I feel in my case, journalists should be given a special training other than the academic one, the military training, or they should be given armed security.
Yeah, sure.
So that, we have been experiencing this, or we have been hearing these scenarios now and then, every year.
Yeah.
So I think something must be done.
True.
Or else I could recommend that journalists could go for a strike for even 1 week and see how we want to operate, because and see how the other people will operate minus the media at large.
Because the media basically is what tells us how things are going on.
Yeah.
They are our eyes and our ears.
Sure.
So to some other stories, Ugandan ministers to start taking Swahili language lessons. Uganda's cabinet, which sits every Monday and is chaired by the president, has resolved to start getting Swahili lessons for a few hours in the morning for the next 1 year. Uganda approved Swahili as the second official language after English and instructed schools to make the teaching of the language compulsory. First, I understand the only language Ugandans can speak is the Ki-Uganda, but now when it comes to other people, it's English. And basically, the English is not even pure. They strain to speak that English. The English is not fluent. So I think them coming with this initiative of now learning, I think it is not supposed to be only ministers who are learning Swahili. It should be the whole country at large, because we find they only speak English and they strain to speak that English. And I understand not even Uganda, other countries are also officializing Swahili as now an official language they're learning. I'm proud of Kenya because we are so blessed when it comes to matters of relating with other people in terms of language. We know very good English.
Sure.
You know, Kenya is ranked, I think, number 3 globally. The best country that okay, in Africa it's number 1. Before London, I think it's number 2 there, but I think it is on that high position to be ranked to be the best in English speaking, because we do some really cool English that is fluent, big up to us. So I think Uganda have taken a good initiative. What do you think about that?
It's a good initiative, of course, but it gonna confuse them at some point if they not lay down the strategy as well. Because they are making it an official language, right? Currently, they are using only
English only because
as an official language.
Yeah,
now they have added Swahili, which is okay, and their national language is Luganda. So, how are they going to go about the issue of learning the Swahili? Have they laid it down the strategies on how to go about it, or they are just talking or saying that we are going to learn Swahili?
Okay, they are taking lessons. They are taking lessons every day for the next 1 year. Now my question is, I don't know how they are taking those strategies as you're saying, but I think for that 1 whole year, I think they will have done something. It will not be a waste of time. But again, teaching old people, understanding the language, the foundation is when you're young. But now these are grown-ups, these are old men who are now trying to, it's now like, right now you're trying now to learn French.
Sure.
It will be a bit complicated, but I think it's worth the struggle and the strain.
Yeah, let them move on. It's a good move.
Yeah.
Pick up to them. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Penina Malonza, my stage fright moment during vetting. Tourism Cabinet nominee Penina Malonza has revealed she had a stage fright moment during her vetting by Committee of Appointment last week. Mrs. Malonza said she experienced unusual anxiety while responding to a barrage of questions from MPs during the vetting process, televised live and presided over by National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula. She said she had a sigh of relief while thanking Kenyans for tremendous messages of support, encouragement, and goodwill. Now first, Penina Malonza is such a vibe. She's a good lady. And then I remember when she was being rejected, they were saying that she lacked academic and knowledgeable skills to lead the people. Surely, someone now comes with very clean and real certificates and CVs, and her record of integrity is clean, and then you have in a position to stand and reject them. Well, as we have a rapist in the same house, we have a criminal in the same house, we have a thief in the same house, and you cannot reject them. Now, I'm asking, Kenya, are we blind? Are we assuming things? Are we so corrupt to an extent of selfishness? Who are we as Kenya right now?
Okay, whoever rejected Penina Malonza was not stupid, because they knew that the public will react on the same, since they know Penina Malonza is record. So that's why they never rejected anyone but Penina Malonza, because they knew she's clean. So definitely people could speak about the act, you know. We are not blind, of course. The question you asked, we are not blind. And that's why many people spoke about the issue. And you saw Penina Malonza being reinstated. Yeah.
So, are you saying this was them rejecting Penina Malonza was a form of clout?
Yeah, intentionally.
Were they seeking the reaction of the people?
Yeah.
For what purpose now?
So that they will not be, you know, nobody will get to their necks. Like, nobody will question, why did you not reject anyone? Like, does it mean everyone is clean here? Like, what was your aim? If you knew you were to accept anyone, everyone, why didn't you go through the vetting process? You know, it's part of their, you know, it's like a cover-up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still don't understand that point of why they could reject such a good person and then leave the criminals with freedom and at peace, seated comfortably in chairs and waiting to be approved. Maybe the ones who rejected her can come to me in person and tell me about that. But anyway, congratulations to all those who have been approved. I hope they'll do a good job.
And we wish them well.
Yeah, we wish them well. Now, dead journalists still tell stories. Sharif's death brings to at least 60 the number of journalists and media workers killed this year, which confirms a terrifying end. Sharif's death is unusual in that journalists of his profile are rarely killed, even by accident, in countries where they live in exile or refugee these days unless they are covering a conflict. According to UNESCO, 55 journalists were killed last year. This year, there are 60. So that is the statistics of the number of journalists which were killed last year. There were 55, and now they have increased by 5, now to 60, to a clean 60 game. Now, first, I think journalists are people who are at risk of their lives. Because these are people who carry secrets, these are people who go and investigate the deepest mysteries and the deepest stories. But again, these are people who are working for us. Without them, we cannot have these informations. Without them, we cannot know what is going on. I think they should be protected.
Okay, whatever is being done to the journalists, to me, it is making the profession appear difficult to everyone. Like,
yeah, and risky.
Risky. So why don't we, you know, why don't we protect them, or why don't they be protected? Like we already said, like, see, are they supposed to be given a special training? Are they supposed to be given armed, you know, security? But even if they are given armed security, we have an example of Mexico. Mexico, the journalists, 100 of journalists are given armed security, but they don't escape from the plight or the challenges that the other journalists who are not armed, who are not given armed security, are undergoing. So they are undergoing the same thing.
Yeah, they still suffer the same thing.
Yeah, so I think something must be done, and I don't know who will do this thing. Is it the media? Yes, I think the media should coordinate and see on how the journalists can be protected all over the world. Yeah.
Wow. I think Sharif's death is a bit of some story that we are yet to understand. I think I hope they will just come to a point that they will make sure the family get facts, because the family is out there in Pakistan seeking justice, And you know, someone like that who is prominent, a very global journalist, coming to be killed in our country, then it means that is a bad name to our country. That is defiling our name out there and making us look like so insecure. So it is going to cause a lot of effects, and it is going to bring a big impact negatively to our country. Because now people will be at risk of coming here. And the likes of Akina Sharif Ashad is a rare case. Because such a prominent and global journalist was not supposed to be killed like that. It was so accidental, it was so disrespectful for him. He deserved a good death, though. Not just some shot, you know, and then some mystery that is now being investigated by everybody. I think he deserved better. So security should be very tight. Anyway, that has been our time with us. Thank you for your brief moment with us. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Meet us tomorrow with the Kiswahili Taifa Leo analysis with my amazing host, Emmanuel, on his behalf. He'll be with us tomorrow. I've been your host, Regina Mwangi, and my amazing gentleman,
Abel Osogo. Before I depart, I'll leave you with one thing, one message. Don't do the same thing always, expecting different results. Change tactics.
Wow. Follow us at all our social media platforms at Romi TV Africa. Adios.